Good afternoon, Middle Creek students. This is Miss Adria. I'm in my home at my desk, and I'm going to share with you something I like to do when I have plenty of time, is practice some painting. What I'm going to show you today is just a simple exercise, and anyone can do it. It's basically practice using your brush. We're going to start using some ink, just some black ink and a brush. You can use any kind of brush. You can use any colors. I'm going to do my first demonstration in this black ink, and then I'll do a second one in color, and you can let me know which one you like best. And maybe in the end you can show me what you've done. So I need to turn the camera around so that you can see what I'm doing. So I will see you later. Okay, so here we go. I have my ink and I have my brush, and this is very simple, but it helps us practice our hand on our brush and how we use it. So I'm going to be thinking of the labyrinth that we have at school. And this one's a little different, but I'm going to go around the outside of my paper and create kind of a labyrinth, kind of a spiral. It looks like I'm a little running out of ink, so I'm going to dip it in the ink again. I'm coming around the circle. I'm still going as far as I can to the edge without touching the other line that I just made. So it's kind of like a giant spiral. And you can do it nice and slowly. It's kind of relaxing. So I'm still painting. Do you remember the little labyrinth in the office that you can trace with your finger? What we're making here is something you could trace when it's all done, kind of like walking the labyrinth or tracing the labyrinth with your finger. So as you can see, I'm coming closer to the center of the page. And all I'm trying to do is basically just not touch the last line that I did. So I'm staying inside of the shape as I go. This is kind of a thick line, but your line may be thinner. It's totally unique every time you do it. And as you get closer, wow, you really have to pay attention to not run into the sides. So I'm coming to the end right there. Okay, this is part 2. We're going to use a smaller brush, so it might take a little bit longer. We'll see here. My black line was so thick. So I'm going to try a smaller brush, and I'm just picking a color to start with. And again, I'm going around the edge of the paper. And this time, when my color starts to run out, I'm going to choose another color. So I started with kind of a fuchsia, pinkish, reddish And this one's a little more reddish. Let's see. I'm gonna, as my only rule is I have to sort of change the color each time I run out. So I changed just slightly to a pinker color. Now I'm going to even pinker. Let's see how that looks. And we don't have a lot of rules here except try not to touch the line that you did before as you go around the circle. I actually thought this was going to be more of a circle, but since the paper is a square, it's actually a little off. But that's kind of nice. I'm just kind of having fun creating a shape. That I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I could have done more of a circle. I could have made it a little more like a square, but it's just kind of its own shape. So notice I'm still changing colors each time. I've gone into an orange and a yellow, kind of a dark yellow. I'm going to try a brown. Okay. What next? Maybe a green, nice green. So it helps every time your brush gets dry, dip it in the water, and then pick up your new paint. Let's see. Now we're going into green. Maybe now a dark green. I think one thing this kind of helps you with is to notice that it doesn't have to be perfect. And even when the brush is running out of paint, sometimes the texture that the brush makes is interesting too. Okay, we're going into blues. I'm going to look for a different blue. And I kind of have a watercolor set that I've already mixed some shades, but you know, you can use your watercolor set at home. If you don't have paints, you could try colored pencils and do this exercise as well. Okay, I see a light blue I haven't used yet. Let's try that. Maybe a black. I don't think we've had black yet. All right, I think I've used a lot of the colors I have. I'm gonna keep looking, but can always go back to ones we've used before. Oops, I bumped into the line. I'll kind of get back on track. But I'm sure you've heard the idea that when something's not perfect, it actually has a little more life to it. That some people think if there's a slight imperfection, it makes it even better. So maybe that can help you be okay with your mistakes, because sometimes they create something that you didn't expect and are actually a nice surprise. Okay, we're coming up to the center a little bit. I'm still trying not to touch the edges. My shape has changed. Looks like it's more of a oval now. It started a little more square, and it's coming into an oval shape at the end. So I think it'd probably turn out a little different every time, but that's the fun of it. Okay, trying to get a different color. Let's see. Okay, all right, and that's the end. It's kind of a rainbow labyrinth. Okay, so thank you for watching. I just want to show you the 2 finished pieces, and maybe you can let me know which one you like to do. And if you make one, see if you can take a picture and put it up on the comments. Okay, here's number 1. Whoops, I better turn the camera around. The first one with the black ink. This one was with the colored watercolors. And there's my paints.